We're gonna do a video today, man. I know I hadn't done a video in a while. I've been busy, man, and I tried to do a couple, and I messed up on the project and just messed around, didn't even finish it. But I was trying to get in on the pallet upcycle challenge, and I messed that thing up. It's right here. I still had to throw it away. But I ended up, my router bit came loose and it sunk down in on me while I was trying to route this out. And I tried to even it all out, and by the time I did, man, I didn't have nothing left on the back. And I ended up saying, screw it. It's been sitting out here getting rained on and everything. It's coming apart. I had built this chicken box, a bunch of little chickens in there. We had them in a plastic box with that screen on top of it, and something smashed the top of that screen in and killed a couple of chickens. So I built an old pallet box. I'm gonna put those wheels on it first time we clean it out, and some handles. But I've been real busy, man. I been working on these things. I had 6 of those to do. Some cross pictures. I was working on that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. When I put the poly on the clear part, it showed a lot of scratches that I thought were gone out of there. I thought looked like I sanded them out until I did that. And I did that with the router too. I should have flattened that board first because it's kind of curved in the center. Not much, but just enough that router would sink on me when I hit the sides of it. So it kind of got messed up a little bit. But anyway, we're gonna do a video today of this pit. A guy brought me this yesterday. It's a nice little setup. I'm not doing a whole lot to it. I didn't do all this neither. It's already there. I don't know who welded this thing, but it don't look good. But anyway, all we're going to do here is put some counterweights on this thing. Some counterweights and kind of a name plate where you can stick magnetic names on. It's just going to be a piece of metal where you can stick magnetic stuff on it. May end up building a small pit out of this tank he brought me. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet or not. But anyway, like I say, it's just counterweights. Because the door don't stay upright. It's kind of heavy. And it done fell on his arms a couple times. So we're going to get into that. That's a storage bin. I got a couple burners mounted over there. But we're going to get into that.
South Alabama, Daddy had a heart like a 9-pound hammer. He even did a little time in the slammer. What was I thinking? She stuck out one night and met me by the front gate. Her daddy came out waving that 12 gauge. We tore out the drive, he peppered my tailgate. What was I thinking?
This will be the sign part. It'll connect to that other frame. Have a piece of plate in here where you can put magnetic signs. He said around 14 to 16 inches, and that's about 16 and a half in between there. Watch out. be able to rig this cable up on there for the counterweight. I put this clip on, got that sealed off. I had this old galvanized pulley. I put a hook on it. I cut some eye screws down, eye bolts, whatever they are. I'm gonna tack those on in place. I'm hoping I can get by with one pulley. I may not be able to. This much of it hooked up. I got this part hooked on. I haven't welded everything all the way yet. The cable's slack. Trying to run one pulley. You can see I got it hooked up there. It's off center of that sign because just the way the trailer's set up, I had to go off center to get that thing the whole way right there. I hooked a 25-pound dumbbell on it. Kind of hooked it on there, wrapped it around a little bit to see what the door would do, and it did all right, best I could tell. So I'm going to try to make around a 30 or 35-pound weight and put on the end. The guy that brought it gave me this axle to see if I could use it for the weight, but I mean, I tried to cut through it. You can't, I mean, it's hard to cut through an axle because this piece of tubing goes through that tubing. This goes through all of it. I mean, it's nearly impossible to cut through it with a torch, with a clean cut. So I'm not even getting into that. It's more trouble than it's worth. But anyway, I got some 1/2-inch plate. I'm gonna try to do it with that and see where we're at. This is the beginning of the weight. I just got to weld it up, put the caps on it, figure out how I'm going to connect it. Trying to get some of the welding done on this thing. I still got a whole lot to go, but I'm getting some of it done. That dang wind, it dented me right there. It's actually not a hole, but it looks like a hole. Still ain't good. Anyway, I'm running a weave around this thing. Got some of it there. Trying to get in a better position on here. I'm getting a little undercut on the top. I just got the root pass in right there. The root got a little crooked on me. I got the top welded up. Just a bunch of weave. You can see that little, they call it slag, but I don't know if it's slag. It's popping off. But I'm gonna finish getting this thing welded up. I kind of hooked the counterweight system up, and it's not right. It's too heavy. That big block I made, it's just too heavy. I put it on the bathroom scale. It's about 60.4 pounds. Got a little heavier than I thought it was. So anyway, I'm gonna have to adjust some stuff. And this is what we got right now. The door is open. You can see I kind of bent up a little thing there. Cable runs up. Made a piece up there to hook the pulley to. Comes down. It's still got all the extra cable on it. But there's that block. And that block, I put a little hook thing on the top of it. That thing weighs 60 pounds. And it makes the door open good, but it's hard to close. Now the door is hard to close instead of hard to open. So I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to make a lighter weight. Is all I can figure. You can see it hanging in the air. And the purpose of that pipe in it is so that it'll be another pipe down here that'll ride up and down to keep it from swinging around. And that's the whole point of that. But I'm going to have to adjust something on the weight. It's just way too heavy. I need to get about 20 pounds out of it, I think. I misjudged how much that thing was going to weigh. But I mean, it opens real easy. It's just hard to close. So anyway, I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this video because it's already running long and I gotta figure what to do on that. I may try to cut the sides out of it or something to make it something to cut some weight out of it. Maybe the sides, maybe cut it in half, do something to it to get some weight out of it. But anyway, that's where we are right now. And like I said, I'm gonna do a part 2. Probably try to put this one out tomorrow. It's Sunday morning. I'm fixing to go to church, so I can't mess with it right now. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. We'll see you on the next one. We'll get it figured out.